And here we go. Welcome, JJZ here. Today we're on Radeon. We've got Artosis in the bottom left. Playing another Zerg player, guys. I wanted to do another Zerg game after we saw that really cool attempt to go into science vessels from Artosis in the last Zerg game and just irradiate the heck out of everything. I want to see if he stuck with that or not. So today we're going to play a 2085 MMR. You guys can check that new feature out down here. His name is Jiho. He's an A rank. Artosis has fallen into the A rank. He's been in there for several days now as I cast this. So he's getting a lot of more A rank games, less S players that he's coming across, which is totally all good. I have no doubt he'll get back into the S rank as he's winning more, having a few good days here behind him, it looks like. So looking forward to that. Let me know what you guys think about this, including the MMR. I'm torn on it. It was suggested by someone in the comments. I think it was Thor Johnson. Hopefully I got that right. But thanks for the suggestion. We'll give it a try and see how it goes, if there's any feedback there. The only thing is that it's a snapshot, right, guys? Is like, this is their MMR ratings at the time that I cast the game. By the time the game comes out, it's going to change likely if they've played any games. And an MMR is only a guide. It is, you know, dynamic and changing. And sometimes you'll get a pro on there like with a 2000 MMR, but their other account or their other name is like 2700. So it's not necessarily that indicative of very much, as we do see Artosis go into a wall at the front of his base. And we have a quick expand from the Zerg, Overlord, Hatchery, and Scout going out, it looks like. For both sides, we'll see. It looks like both sides might scout each other first here. Let's see. Artosis going east. Okay, and the drone looks like he is coming right back to base. So not sure what that was about, but he's back in there and making an extractor early. So probably going to get into mutas again. Want to see that play. I want to see Artosis get into science vessels. I hope this is a good game for that, as he builds his SCVs, gets the scout in, backs the SCV out, spawning pool down, and we have had some interesting Terran Zerg games in the last little bit, guys, if you've been following the channel. I heard Artosis talk a little bit about Zerg and how, like, there's this within the community that there might be something that people are just not willing to talk about right now, and that being the Zerg possibly being a bit broken with their muta play, and crazy Zerg into Ultras just feels like you can't do anything. And so, and it's like the community doesn't want to admit that or something. But here at JJZ, we talk about anything, even if we don't know that much about it. So I'm not going to give my opinion on that. I don't think it's quite broken yet, but I understand that even at the highest level, Terrans are really struggling. But I'm optimistic for Terran. I think that, you know, even in that light Soma game we saw the other day, you know, no doubt about it, Soma looked extremely strong. But I think if Light played that perfectly, that he still would have had a chance. Like, if he doesn't lose those two armies going out onto the map and builds up his Marine Medic Ball, he may have had a push timing there. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. But it does feel like Terran has to play pretty much perfectly if Zerg, and Zerg doesn't necessarily have to play perfectly, where they have those early attacks with mutas and Zerglings all available to them. Some of the best units in the game, of course. But we'll see. We'll see how it evolves. And, you know, there's I did find a new account of Fantasies that is kind of a hidden account, so I'm super excited about that, where he has been playing a little bit more than I realized. And so I'm hopeful to cast a few of those games coming up, potentially. Excited because he's got a higher MMR rating on that, and he's hitting more pros. So that's exciting. We'll see what he has in store. And, you know, maybe Flash will return for this ASL. Who knows? And we'll get some other potential new ideas. And stay tuned, guys. We're going to try and get into a little bit of everything here as this Zergling chases the SCV. Artosis getting a nice late scout and moves into gas. We've got the Academy up. Single barrack still for Artosis. We do have the Spire halfway done. And does look like he lost his scout finally. Second gas going down for Jiho. 4 Marines out, walking around. They push out a little bit, maybe to juke and jive, show that Overlord's watching them, maybe that he's going to push out, but comes right back to his base. 5 there. Looks like he's got a hole here and a hole here for his wall. So as he gets up into a couple more barracks, we see that 1 barracks into 3 after the academy build that Artosis does like to do sometimes. Engineering bay looking like it's going to be well timed. In plenty of time, that is to say, with stim almost finishing and +1 on the way. We have 5 mutas on the way for Jiho. First couple medics out for Artosis. Lings at the front. Everything looking standard here, guys. We have 2 comm stats today. Let's see, where did he scan? If we can see it. Yeah, it looks like he just would have scanned. Oops. As I go black there. Looks like he's used both scans and scan... Oh, 1 scan only. So he probably scanned the main. I think that's Artosis. He likes to scan... The last game, anyways, we saw him scan the main first, and then the natural a few, like maybe a minute later. So we'll keep an eye out for that and see if we can catch it. But he does let that build up a little bit, as we do have 5 mutas flying straight across. And you can see in the close spawn here, the mutas can get right on this mineral line. And going up to 6 now. Nice turrets here by Artosis, so I like that placement. Pushes them right off his minerals, and as we follow them around, and we go up to 7. So 7 will one-shot an SCV. It doesn't take much damage on there. Probably wise to back out. Artosis does go up to 3 barracks. He floats his 3rd barracks back. I expect him to go up a couple more here soon after the factory goes down. Muta's not really doing anything here. Again, we've talked about that, guys. And I have said in the past that the difference between some of the high S rank pro play with mutas and the A rank or low S rank is significant. I think I've said that that's the difference between them, and obviously that's just one of the differences that we see as these mutas do come in looking to get some damage. But nice bunker placement here, and Artosis having his Marines supporting his missile turrets there, and really Jiho getting nothing done with those mutas. We see Artosis not lose this army. We're at the 7-minute mark. He hasn't pushed out to force Sunkens though, so we'll see not slowing anything down, but also not taking any significant damage, which is nice, as again we always talk about it, but the Terran army scales so well. 9 mutas here now. We do have an early hive, so maybe we'll see some into Crazy Zerg here as he takes his 3rd in the top right. And with the mutas on the map, could be difficult for Artosis if he doesn't scout that. Let's see if he has scanned anywhere else. No, so he's blind on the top right of the map. Doesn't know about that base. Mutas come in, loses 1, tries to get a supply depot. Doesn't have any success on that, just some damage on them. So yes, Crazy Zerg we could see here. This is often when I believe that Zerg will take 3 bases, run on 3 gas, and jump up to Ultralisks as quick as possible, and with Carapace upgrades. So let's see, do we have the... Yes, we do have a Carapace upgrade on the way. We have +1 for mutas about to finish. And where did he hide his evolution chamber? How am I not seeing that? Don't know where it is. Bear with me. Oh, it's up here. This is why. There we go. And yes, so we have +1 melee attack and +1 Carapace on the way. We have +1 armor now with Marines with their +1 finishing. And not a lot of action so far early. Just kind of, you can see he puts his 3rd gas down right away, and we do have ultras on the way, guys. So we're going to have to see a timing push here with tanks. Siege mode on the way, guys. And probably going to push, I would imagine Artosis will push out with 2 tanks here. He's got a great big ball of Marines and medics, which is nice to see, and he's producing nicely at home. Going into Starport, so we should see those science vessels, and pumping out on 6 barracks Marines constantly. So let's see here. Could be interesting as some Sunkens do go down. You can see that Jiho does see this army moving, and he's coming across. So timing-wise, he's going to beat the Ultras, I believe. Well, Ultralisk Den does finish, and he has the glands on the way for Zerg, for the Zerglings, and so we're going to get that attack speed increase. Here comes a big line of Marines and medics. Now we're seeing a ton of sunken colonies go down. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sunken colonies. That is a lot of sunken colonies. So he's trying to delay this army. Obviously knows the push is coming. Going to try and slow these tanks down as he gets into ultras. No ultras on the way. Ultra Carapace, the extra armor upgrade, up for coming for the Zerg player as these tanks. You don't march the Marines in there. I don't think that's the move. There's a lot of sunken still. Let the tanks do their thing. It's going to be close timing wise before ultras come out. Here come the mutas. Gonna pick off a tank. Yeah, he does get one, so he's still got one tank, and there's probably another tank coming by now, I imagine, and you can see he is making another tank. Oh, here come the Marines. I don't know if this is the move. Let's see how he does here. Zerglings, he was holding here, waiting for them to pounce, and they come out. I think Artosis is going to lose the bulk of his army here. You can see just too many sunken colonies. Rather than let the tank do its thing, he does decide to push down, and he doesn't quite have enough. Just too many sunks there, too many sunks. He is hammering away, though, with the tanks here now, but Ultras are out, so this is going to make it much harder. They are on 1 armor upgrades, and their Carapace upgrade is about to finish, so they go up in armor here very shortly. And it does finish there. You can see they get that +2 right away. Artosis moving in with the Marines and Medics. Ultras on top of them. 1 tank only here, so let's see how they fare. We have more Ultras popping, and I think there's just going to be too many Ultras here, guys. It looks like Jiho is going to hold as he pushes this army back. And Artosis just leaves. Okay, so I guess that's that. Did he ever find this base on the map? Oops. No, because he left, we can't tell. So, not sure if he did or not. No, he never did. He never spotted that base up in the top right, and I guess he just kind of went all in there. And likely, I think he probably should have just waited with the tanks, not push those Marines into 9 sunken colonies. Zerg just moving into Ultras, doing exactly that crazy Zerg style. I've heard, if you've listened to his cast, Artosis complain about that and how it's not very skill-based. But I don't know, I mean, it's obviously a legit strategy. So too bad we didn't quite get into Science Vessels. You can see he was moving that way, but didn't quite get there. So yeah, different one. Didn't die to mutas, which was nice. But you know, still, I think this was Artosis' game, guys, to be honest. I think he just, if he doesn't move command down or attack into those Sunkens and just gets a few more, I think before he gets out a significant amount of Ultras, Artosis just had a big enough Marine Medic ball to probably handle them with no Dark Swarm. So anyway, not a bad one, different, and thank you guys for joining me. Really appreciate your time. We will see you on the next one.